Hello? Testing? There we go, okay. Yeah, my microphone just wasn't picking me up for a second. Glad I noticed that when I did. Glad I noticed that as soon as possible. Make sure that YouTube can in fact hear me. Alright, yep, we're all good. Bring OBS back up. Let's continue on with this game whose name I've just forgotten. Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. There it is. Chapter 13, 12:51 a.m. I visited the novelist apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the Minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. Suddenly there I have a fucking headache coming on. God dang it. My darling angel. Oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing. Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart. But I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone.
I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present.
Oh,
He said he wanted a new lighter.
but that's no reason to go out this late at night.
But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that.
But look what it brought you. Your fever's worse now than ever. Here is to the feverish passion of my darling angel.
Mama,
Yes, darling.
let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday. Even though it's already past midnight.
Not tonight, Amelie.
I hate you!
Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. There's another unlucky development too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now, if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Lighter. Oh my goodness, well. Here you go, child. Have a phone.
The phone!
She can type real damn fast with one hand. That, like, light speed index poke. Amelie, I told you you couldn't call him tonight.
Why not?
Listen to me, Amelie. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider.
What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels.
Oh boy. Oh my. What do you mean, weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? God damn, her fucking hair ballooned. Well, damn it.
I hate you!
And now she's closer than ever. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now, so you won't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father.
I hate you!
I can hear you, you know. Whew, what a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady so Amelie can call. I'm still the lighter, and I'm on the ground now. Open the wastebasket.
Mama, what is Papa about to do?
Never mind. Nothing you need to know right now, Amelie.
Why is everything always such a big secret? I'm part of this family too, you know.
It's not something for children's ears. You'll understand someday.
I don't want to know someday. I want to know now. It's not fair. You just don't want to tell me. I just wanted to wish Papa a happy birthday.
Not tonight. If it was up to me, I'd let her call him. Pooh. I better not put out the lamp right now. It'll only pour oil on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. If I want to give Amelie a chance to use the telephone, I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. Oh, hello. Oh goodness, look at the time! As I bask in my tale of love, time has been moving on at the speed of light. So even though she's immersed in love, she can still hear this, huh? This won't buy enough time for her daughter to make a phone call. There must be something else I can distract her with. There's something else I can distract her with. I can distract her with the mouse. Let's see. Valve, hoist, chandelier. Can't really mess with the hoist. I can put another latch. This is the dictionary. And that's as far as I can reach from all this stuff. So what if I just drop a rat on her? Oh. Sorry, Mr. Rat, but, Ooh, actually, what if I just try and make her look at the mouse? Well, well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? Oh boy. Sweet dreams! Ooh. I feel bad now. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? This woman knows no fear. She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side, too. The angle of those candles. I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. So if I can light that up, then I might be able to accomplish something. Whoa! I'm so sorry, Mr. Rat. Oh, damn. Oh, heavens! A blackout? At a critical time like this? Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. That is one fancy little contraption there to pull down a chandelier. The chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kind of thrills, thank you. Ma'am, you shouldn't drink that after. You shouldn't drink that now. Oh, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. I don't exactly know how this situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. The rat seems to be unconscious. But now that the room has changed into this, maybe I can use it somehow. True. I'm sorry, rat. I'm so sorry. More! Well, that didn't work. Let's make this swing a lot. can't put this out right now either. What if I just burn the place to the ground? Oh wait, hang on. This is available now. What a naughty chandelier! How am I to get fire from like that lamp or the chandelier onto that candelabra? The hoist doesn't let me do it. Lady's Dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? Thing destined to never be returned to the bookshelves. I have access to the crank now, but I'm not entirely sure what that all does for me. Especially since she doesn't seem to like be carrying anything that I can really use. I have one really terrible idea. Okay, I thought I could burn it brighter and then just like drop the chandelier. Oh no, do I have to drop it on her head? Because I can still trick when she's walking back, so I don't have to drop it on her head. Oh! Such insolence! What a pose. Wah! She's good. She's real good. That's twice she managed to dodge like that. Who knew she was a dodging champion? I'm starting to get annoyed. Let me try that again. I'll get her this time. Hi, Lily. I don't tell anybody. Oh, I captured her. Ah! Amelie! Amelie, help!
Mama! I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now.
Here's to the weakness of my darling angel. Tell you next time? Alright. Duly noted. Duly noted. Yeah, I don't really advertise when I go live. I just say, like, I go live around this time, and then I just kind of, like, let people come and go if they want to. I don't like advertising my streams. The chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. Sweet. That means I can help the little lady call her dad. Wait, hang on. I can't hoist it. If I recall, then Alice said she didn't like the dark. I don't want her thrashing around any more than she already is. I better not put off this lamp right now. Dang it! Well, I got her away, but what do I do now? $444 tricks. Cleared the Jumping Poltergeist. Unlock the song Jumping Poltergeist. Nice. Oh, the poor thing. Oh my god. Hang on. You just raise her into the air. Help! 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 What? What is going on here? Amelie, look! You see this? Help me, please!
Sorry. I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too.
Looks like this lady won't be going anywhere for a while. Now the little girl can call her father. The only trouble is she can't reach it. I guess I'll just have to deliver it to her. Oh, that's right. The angle of those candles. I saw something very similar just recently, didn't I? Oh, hang on. Oh my god. Oh, this poor rat. I'm torturing this poor rat. He doesn't deserve this. Could have got more of Sissel's thoughts there, but it's fine. I'm a menace to this poor family. But all in the name of helping a daughter reconnect with her father.
Mama!
What in the world is going on here? Mama's hanging from the ceiling. Rat's hanging from the clock. Amelie's calling her dad. Gosh. I mean, aren't you technically saving 2 lives, though? Yes, I am, but at the cost of just menacing this entire family. The dad has freaking lost his mind because he thinks he just can't comprehend the fact that he's talking to a ghost and has died once. Because, I mean, obviously, like, any sane person would reject the notion that that's happened. And the mother, just the daughter. Oh my god, I am terrorizing these families.
Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? I'll only be a minute.
Ah! Don't you dare, Amelie! I won't have it! Get me down!
Hello? Papa?
Amelie! Is that you?
Of course it is, silly. What do you think?
But I heard they said you were. No, never mind. It's nothing.
Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa.
Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it?
I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama.
Oh, your mean old mama. I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now?
Well, she's certainly up all right. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment.
Get me down!
She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble.
No, Amelie. I'm the one who is wrong.
Huh?
Could you tell your mother I'm sorry?
What do you have to be sorry about?
I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's all right now. Oh. He has such a warm smile. I'm so happy for him.
Oh, okay.
You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see.
Okay.
But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother. And did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize.
I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize.
That's a good girl.
Okay, Papa. Have a good night. I love you.
I love you too. Good night, sweetheart. All's well that ends well. But Mom is still hanging from the ceiling.
Mama? I'm sorry.
My goodness, why the sudden change?
I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand.
Oh, Amelie.
I thought all you ever did was write those weird novels.
That makes me a little sad.
Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated.
Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right. I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all.
And I promised to stop calling your novels weird. And try actually reading them.
What? Oh, maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that.
Oh, okay.
So, Amelie, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your old mama, do you think you could let me down now?
You know, I would love to do that. But I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now.
The healing. And she's down. They are healing.
Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline. It looks like the only thing pressing on me will be the chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel.
All of a sudden, everybody is getting along again. Such an abrupt change. It's such an abrupt change. I can't understand it. This is what family's all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camila is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office, where everybody is waiting for the prison van. The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camila is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decide to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen.
I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake, and for mine.
No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing.
What did he do?
But one question. I can't help but notice your daughter is safe. And yet, you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister?
Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives.
I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get her report, I guess I'll just have to wait here. Just continue to stress on the ministers. Is there really something more to it? Like the Inspector in White said? And meanwhile, the ramp and everything is still there, and nobody has bothered to be like, what's going on with all this? Let's have a conversation with him. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I exist? Admit I do exist.
Thank you, I expressed. That was meant for you.
Hmm?
You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you?
No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you.
We've actually known you know, for quite a while now. We've actually known you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea that they were the powers of the dead. Ghosts.
Known? Known about what?
We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others, manipulate them.
What's this?
That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Joe.
Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know?
Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made.
Manipulator.
There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Joe.
Right. They don't share too much top secret information with inmates in prison.
There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison who just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common.
They do they? Tell us more.
The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage in the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible.
Impossible.
Curry Lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office. The rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator.
Manipulator, huh?
That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory.
Jode's case.
Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cavanillo has been studying these cases.
He has he?
Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective.
Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but fortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that.
My powers certainly don't work on living creatures.
That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake.
What?
A minister's mistake. You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it?
I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cavanillo can hear this too. There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cavanillo, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister.
But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand.
What's this?
A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jode's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled.
What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister.
What's going on? This document. What am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. Wait, don't deliver that document. That's when it started. That's when all my fear, despair, suffering began.
Fear, despair, and suffering. Yeah, how is what I want to know as well.
At that time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated. My memory of the event was only hazy at best.
So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, huh?
Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cavanello's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a minister of justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, the nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened.
I suppose. But it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister.
Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. Then my wife found out I was worried about something.
Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen.
I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it.
If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out.
And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody.
So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain Descalator. What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks.
But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from.
Where it comes from? Where it comes from?
Inspector Cabanela, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit.
A spirit?
As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now.
What? What did you say? Joe, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too.
I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you.
Spirit? Ghost? Gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I certainly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir.
Inspector!
This is Lynn. This is Lynn. I'm at the park.
We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence?
Well, the situation here is... it's kind of difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately.
Why bed so snugly? Because bed nice. Bed good.
Looks like your help is needed, Sissel.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Trick time. Can I have a word with Joe first? Never saw that coming. The minister was being controlled, huh?
I'm truly sorry, Detective. Truly sorry, Detective Joe. Truly sorry, Detective Joe. I have no excuse to offer you. You know, maybe it was all for the best. What? What do you mean?
If you had never been manipulated, you never would have believed power existed. After all, you're a realist, right? It just goes to show you. You never know when even the worst things can turn out good.
Detective Joe, I don't know what to say.
Alright, Sissel, you better go help Lynn. She's a good kid, but she's got a habit of taking on other people's problems.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. She's in Temsic Park, huh? Away I go. I guess one final word with the minister?
I knew, actually, right from the beginning,
Do what?
that you saved my life the first time we met me.
Oh, that. When I talked about that miserable...
When I talked about that miserable, pathetic, short-sighted, disgraceful man, I knew I was talking about me. I hated who I'd become. But you helped me appreciate the truth. Now I truly understand the wonderful support I've been getting from so many, including that I love your family.
Glad to hear that.
I'm starting to realize what a lucky man I am. It's all thanks to you.
Godspeed, Mr. Minister. Actually, no, hang on. Sissel has thoughts. I wonder why the inspector in white went running out like that. Because he was surrounded by crazy people who's trying to say that ghosts are real. Which, like, in a vacuum, is a crazy thing to just say. Especially when, like, the entire room is saying it around you. It's just like, alright, guess I'm surrounded by crazy people. But I'm more concerned about Lynn. She looked really upset. Better go see her. Fast. Sorry? What are you sorry for? Park. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off toward Temsic Park, a place where clearly something big is taking place. Manipulator. The person whose very existence sheds a new light on everything. Detective Jones' crime, of execution orders, and even my own death. For writing messages that are out of topic, you can say whatever you like in chat. I just sometimes might not respond to it. Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? That was my thought too. Like when Lynn first shot Sissel, I figured that like there was something off about the way she was shooting. Like it just didn't seem right. Hell yeah. Bear Chapter 13. New illustration. New song. Save my data? Yes. You playing? Yes. Chapter 14, 1:28 p.m. p.m. I think that. All right. So that's a typo. It's meant to that like. I'm pretty sure that said p.m. It went by fast, but I'm pretty sure it said p.m. and it was supposed to say a.m. because it's after midnight, unless we wound the clock back to like this afternoon. Temsic Park. The site of the little lady Camila's abduction tonight. It said AM? Okay, my bad. The place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. No, it said PM, I'm just being mean. Fucking... At least she isn't dead. What did she find? Well, first things first, I gotta get over to her. Huh? What's he doing here? La la la, let me spend a moment something. I didn't read the thing. The world will not end if the food delivery is a little late. La la la. A little late? It's already ice cold. Just swing him harder. Whee! Alright, cool. There's a boot? Why is there a boot just in this, like on this globe? What the fuck? This is a tall place. Well, I can't get to Lynn from there. Actually, I might be able, actually, hang on. Can I spin this thing? Yeah, there we go. No, let me get, okay, there we go. Hi, Lynn. Oh, there's a dead body.
Oh, there you are, Sissel.
From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for.
Right. I can't find the music box anywhere. I found something else instead. Something horrible.
Horrible? What is it? Oh my god, it's the crazy dude.
There in the grass. You better see for yourself.
Shit. Looks like a dead body.
I nearly died when I saw it. I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it there, can we?
Nope, I suppose not. So like you. They come looking for a music box and find a dead body instead.
What can I say? I'm a detective.
Meaning?
Well, a detective goes over everything with a fine-tooth comb, right? So there you go.
Fine-tooth comb or none, you were bound to run across it. I mean, it is pretty obvious.
Anyway, go on, Sissel, get to it.
What am I, your bloodhound? I mean, kind of.
Stop the park from being turned into a housing site! Protect the park! The Rock of the Gods! You there!
You're talking to me, aren't you?
I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail.
Never mind that right now. Remember your name?
My name? My name? What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about?
Okay.
Come now and study these tracts with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching, but we are young.
Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life, but I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Run it back! (8:25 p.m. Temsic Park). Oh, this guy died a while ago.
And so I've made up my mind. I resolve to live here in the park and defend it.
Okay. And what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned?
You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail.
Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom.
I'm coming!
You have to work tomorrow. Go to sleep.
That's fine. Have a good night, Lily. I've located the target, Beauty. A girl of the right age, coming out of the right apartment building at the right time.
I'm glad you had fun. Have a good night, man. Take care. Best of luck with work tomorrow. Oh.
Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Ah! Oh gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something! If only they could hear me screaming from the other side of this bush!
Oh, fuck. Wait, what? Huh? What in the world? What just happened?
Oh, that's Mino!
Mino?
Mino the mascot! The symbol of Temsic Park!
Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. Forget the name about that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that?
Yes, yes I did! We witnessed it with our own eyes! The power of the Rock of the Gods! That was the power of the gods! The power of the gods saved that little girl!
Then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead.
Yes, yes, precisely! That is called the mischief of the gods!
Was it the mischief of the gods or was it a ghost trick? Nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? This one's gonna be a tough one. This is unlike anything we've had to deal with before. Look at that! There's another flame besides mine.
Oh, so that is the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it?
Yeah, so?
Pardon me, but are you a god?
I sincerely doubt it. At the last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That was probably that flame's doing. Who could it be?
I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related.
Maybe I better try talking to this person. What the? It's a person with much greater powers than me. It's you? Hey! Missile? What?
Sissel!
Oh my. It's.
Missile!
You look well for being dead.
Did you see? Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camila!
Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead?
I'm glad you asked! After Miss Camila went out and you left, I died!
Missile, no.
I worked like crazy to make my own path and I did it!
Please don't tell me he killed himself.
Oh my god, he just opened the. He managed to open the door, okay.
And then I followed Miss Camila out to the big wide world! And then, here at this park, I found her at last! Yes, you guessed it! I barked! You bet I did! And I went running after her too!
Oh dear god.
No! Not again, Missile!
And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camila, crushed under that big scary lump.
Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me.
Miss Camila! I had to rescue Miss Camila. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right?
Better than probably anybody else could.
And I remembered what you did for me. How you saved me.
So I kept watching. My voice is cute. Thank you. You went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death.
You bet I did.
His is green. Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side.
Now's my chance. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core.
I don't know. It looks pretty far away.
I stretched out my paw towards the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sizzle. Go ahead and try it for yourself.
What? I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance?
Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing.
So then you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside?
Right on top of my head.
Well, no, actually.
Huh?
I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel.
You can't? Then how did you...
I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. It had a core too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf.
What in the world?
I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as the two things have the same shape, that is.
Swap things with the same shape?
Go ahead and try it. Press swap.
Oh my god.
That's incredible. It's so... That's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, is it?
I'm very sorry. My powers were too meager.
Meager.
Because you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree.
Hey, you're right. If Mino could be swapped again with that,
The disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head!
what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf.
Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino.
It's a football, isn't it? So why didn't you swap the missile?
I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach.
Youch.
I must admit, it's fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself.
I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do.
I bet there's something you can do now.
Huh?
If we work together, you and me.
Sissel, you think so?
I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. You think you could help me?
Of course!
Naturally!
So we're going to drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. I guess we're working together as Mitzel. Yeah. Football. All right, let's get started. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leap. And then, you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Yeah, I need to make sure that I revive Missile too after all this is done and over. Oh, excuse me. Oh, so many hiccups. Something with the same shape.
Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball.
Okay, rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile.
Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press right trigger.
Sweet.
That way you'll be able to control me. Then, if you press right trigger,
Control will come back to me.
okay, let's try it. Together, we can stop Mino from hurting anybody.
All right, Missile. Your powers are the key this time.
Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you find anything you want to try.
Probably the best thing to do, just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. If I see something that we could swap, I should use right trigger. I was not expecting to have to... I was never expecting to like... Okay, wait. Oh, fuck. I already messed it up, haven't I?
Huh? Are you coming back to talk to me again?
No, I
wish you would talk to me. We could discuss the gods.
Oh boy. I just came this way without giving it much thought. Now there's no core for me to get back.
You failed to follow the path of the gods.
Maybe I better start over.
God damn it.
I fell for a beginner's trap. Alright, let's see. Ah, that worked. Would you look at that? Sure are a whole lot of round things around here.
Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy!
My hair is also round.
Let's see. To use Missile's powers, I just tap right trigger. Try it and see what happens. Right, Missile can't manipulate things. But he can just go real far. Okay, so I can swap this tire, this baseball. Wait, so do I, if I don't know. This is awkward. Trying to like Can I like finagle this? Ah, dang, this is just awkward. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. We got thoughts. Phew. Ugh, here you come already.
I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes.
Mistakes?
When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning fast speed.
I've been thinking. If we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squashed.
It won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over.
Stop him, huh? Well, in that case, I need to see what he does and where he goes. What if I just spin him, like, off everything? Wait. I'm still missile. Crap, I need missile to be out of that. There we go. Spin!
Whee!
Wow, I didn't see this coming.
Don't you know about the first thing about the globe climber?
Huh?
Every little children, even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it.
Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous.
Looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while.
This just might buy us some time.
Maybe he'll just keep spinning around like that for the whole 4 minutes.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand for it that long.
Anyway, at least we stopped him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. It wasn't exactly what I thought it would be, but all right. So we need to make like a path, okay? Oh, hang on.
Oh, that was so close. If it hit the ball, it could have knocked it down.
Is that all this umbrella can be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down?
Don't forget about my powers.
And don't forget about my recklessness of youth.
Oh fuck, he's... Right. Gotta get off this thing.
Look at this funny flattened ball. It's the same shape as that horrible Mino, but it's too far to swap from here.
Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me.
We have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing.
Knock it down from the tree, I say.
There must be something we can do. Oh, it's a love letter. Trying to get to the basketball. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Ooh. Ah, can't do anything with missile there. I can safely say I was not expecting to ever play as anybody other than Sissel in this game. Whoop, wrong button. Ah, damn it, I missed the shot. And go. Spin again! Damn it. Oh, wait, no, I did it. Not quite sure what I can do. Can I open the umbrella again? Well, I did something, I suppose. I think I just need to let it play out from here and just see what I can do. Let's put the tire at least on like the seesaw so that we can see like, cause like it's longer or like it's heavier. There we go. All right. Well, it did something.
Cecil, did you see that? Did you see the seesaw?
Yeah, I guess the tire is too heavy to get much height.
I wouldn't have been surprised if it launched me into the air.
The tire does have quite a bit of weight to it.
But no matter how heavy it is, I can still swap it.
So weight isn't a factor when it comes to swapping, huh? So, I think gives me an idea. Because the tire only went that far, so he launched the baseball and that didn't really do much of anything. So maybe if I put the basketball on there, like that would launch up and like be like the right weight to launch up and hit the rugby ball down. Let's see what kind of mischief we can get ourselves into. Swap these. And then swap these. I need to swap them. Alright. All right, and his okay, his leaflets made a path for Sissel. Okay. Damn it. All right, there we go. Spin him around a lot just to give us a bit more time. All right. Wrap this up. Down the umbrella a bit. Open it up. Because maybe if the basketball knocks into the umbrella, it will spin around and like dislodge the rugby ball. You know? Ah. Okay, now I'm with it. So actually, I think I had the right idea the first time. With the tire. To launch the tire. Wait, no, the tire didn't get launched up high enough. Shit, did I switch it around too early? Oh wait, no, I absolutely jumped the gun on this one. Okay, so actually I had it right. I was right with using the basketball. What I need to do is I need to then go back up to above the climb the tree again, and then manipulate the umbrella to close, and then launch the basketball up. Plan. We have plan. Plan is forming. Swap. Swap. Now we wait. Spin, you fool. Spin until you are dizzy. Ride this up. Manipulate it again. So, yeah, I've done all the code there. Knock down the umbrella. Open the umbrella back up. Basketball is in place. Alright, let's see how this goes. Perfect. Wow, I so did not see that coming. I never thought the umbrella would catch the ball.
Did you see that? The tree branch! It shook a little!
I think I saw it shake too.
If only it shook a little more! It would knock the terrible rugby ball down from this terrible tree!
It just needs a little more weight.
I'm sure we can do this. We just have to put our heads together.
Everything looks so good so far. We just need one more step. Well, can I close it?
Your umbrella won't close, will it?
No. The ball must be in the way. Oh well, I guess we don't have to close it. Oh shit. It's a flattened ball. Doesn't change that it's shaped the way it is. Maybe I just didn't open the umbrella before. All right, I think we have to run it back again. Because from this point on, it's just like waiting for the statue to be dropped on his head. We don't get any other like things as far as I'm aware that don't fall. Yeah, I think I have to run it back. All right. Let's try again. Get everything into position. Back to the baseball. Cross to here. Sizzle will say stuff. Everyone will talk. Switch to missile. Make some movements with missile. Here we go. Swap them. Nope, just stop. So, yeah, this is what I want. Need him to start to jump on the globe. So way Sissel can climb it. Spin him round until, I don't know, just until he gets sick, just so he's disposed of for a little bit. Write up the love letter. Across we go. Knock down the umbrella. Open the umbrella. And hope and pray that this guy is able to knock the tire up. Shit. that didn't work. Okay, I have one more idea. Maybe if I'm smart about this, I can have the baseball inside of the cage, and it would throw the baseball through the bars onto the seesaw with the basketball, and they'll both be on there, and it would shake. And when he jumps on it, it would throw them both up there. Right, I keep doing that. I don't need to pause right there. All right, Sissel's in position. No, I don't want to swap these two. Ah, I can't reach. Now I can reach. Swap these around. Alright, switch back up to Sissel. Oh, wait! Oh my god, I'm stupid. I could just swap the tire with the basketball after it's been moved. I'm dumb. Alright, I've got it now. Like, after he's thrown the basketball up. Okay, I'm stupid. I figured it out. Distract him. I've been resetting a bunch for no reason. Oh my gosh, I feel stupid. Oh, but there's a heading. Open this up. Basketball will launch up there. All right. Perfect. All right, missile. Nicely done. That umbrella would break. Perfect. There. We moved the ball. What do you think, Missile?
With the ball there, I think I can do it.
Just a few seconds. You'll swap Mino with the leaf. Then, from there, you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. You ready?
You bet.
All right. Missile's time to shine. Oh, missile, missile.
Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go.
Fishy touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mina with that ball. Perfect. Bonk.
There. How's that?
My head has been spared! Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods!
Now Mino is right where he belongs.
We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we?
Fate averted.
Now nobody has to die.
Except for one brave little somebody.
Huh?
Talking about you, Missile.
Oh, me? Guess you're right. I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I?
So now let's go back and save your life.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer.
What?
When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camila when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camila. And to do that, I need these powers I have now.
I see.
Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that.
Hey, we just saved you. Don't waste your life away already.
Oh, of course, you're right.
Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her?
Certainly, you have my word.
Let's go back then, to the present.
But we do revive Missile, right? He'll be okay. Little doggy will be just fine, right? And so Camila ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done.
No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's all right. After all,
She has me.
Missile? Are you in there?
Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camila to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her.
Missile.
Miss Lynn!
Well, bye, Missile.
I'm going to leave it up to Missile.
Kind of looks like Missile is being left up to the wind.
Oh! I have something to give you! Stop the park from being turned into a housing site! Protect the park! The Rock of the Gods!
Aren't you forgetting your promise?
Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies. This is for you. Oh.
That is the world's strongest umbrella.
You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted.
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey! The cat's not allowed to get your tongue! Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be.
Have we met?
Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? Are you talking about...
What does this guy know? Hang on, time out. Nah, I want to talk to Lynn first. Have you met this strange young man before, Lynn?
I don't remember, but he said 10 years ago in this park. It can only be one thing that I can think of.
Looks like I'd better talk to Mr. Leaflet here.
Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we met once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it?
It would just be coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago?
Yes, of course. I was about to do just that.
Rock of the Gods. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning?
Don't you know? It's right there in front of us.
What? Oh God, Missile.
Oh, sweet baby. Missile. Wait a minute. You say gods, but do you mean... You say G-O-D-S, but do you mean D-O-G-S? Of course not! Don't be silly! This is no time for ridiculous word games! You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods and just... Rock of the Gods now! Take a good look at that monument! Monument?
Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park.
The Rock of the Gods.
That rock there.
The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle.
A miracle? Yeah, that thing was emitting some kind of, like, energy when we saw it as, the missile died.
So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely! It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me?
10 years ago.
That day, I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Ah!
Now just calm down and drop that weapon.
Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her.
Is the gunman Cabanela? Like, who else could be that lanky-ass dude?
I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. And didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should have done something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick it was painful, just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. When it crashed to the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. The judgment of the gods was brought down in the park that day.
Huh. So, Jode may not have even shot that guy.
10 years ago, the little girl that was you. The little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods. Oh my. I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temzik. And still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth.
Temzik.
I never knew about this Temzik. I always thought Detective Jode was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember.
That's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. Strange you've never heard of it then.
It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temzik after the name of the park that it fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now, an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so, I've taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods! That is my mission! I see. I'm taking you with me, Missile.
So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Jode knew. There's no way he didn't know about this Temzik thing. If he knew.
Then the man died and took his life.
What was that confession of his all about? The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decide to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jode.
We found the music box, Detective Jode.
Good job, Lynn. once everything has been resolved, I wanted you to give this to him.
Him? You mean Inspector Cabanello, right?
I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me.
Detective Joad.
Now then, let's get this thing. There's a certain knack to doing it. See?
He calls that a knack. Looks more like brute strength to me.
Here you are. You find scorch marks on the grip.
Scorch marks?
Camila built her contraption. She used a special kind of string. It's a kind of magician's use. It burns up in an instant and disappears.
Why would little Camila use something like that?
I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind it and all that.
In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. What had happened?
I don't know who's talking right now. I'm guessing Joad.
When it happened, Camila was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame, too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun.
In other words,
It proves the contraption existed there in that room that day.
And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right?
Exactly. Some power that modified the design.
But that angle was never brought up in court. So, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point.
I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Joad. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness.
Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago.
Mr. Minister? What's the matter?
I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago?
Like that. Nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth.
Do you really think so?
Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next. Am I right?
She's right, Mr. Minister.
Yes, of course. I do believe she is.
What is it now?
I just don't know. What should I do next?
You'll figure it out. We believe in you.
Sissel, you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now, without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. Things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened.
Tonight. I come into contact with a lot of people's lives, got involved in their fates. The only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. Things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. That's why I need to ask you a few more questions, in order to find the truth about us.
Fair enough. Fire away.
Manipulator.
Sizzle told me all about it, Detective Joad. About the manipulator.
Yes, it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too.
Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him.
Sizzle, do you think that's what happened to me too?
What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me.
You were manipulated too.
There was always a
part of me that just couldn't believe it.
Oh, this is Sizzle. There's always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me. And now I see the possibility of a new explanation.
But who is it? Why did they do it?
Camilla's contraption.
That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere.
It was the same device that we saw in the basement of the soup's office at the junkyard. But what's the connection? That's the problem. That's the question on my mind at least. Because it also killed Lynn. No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine.
Right! I knew it! See, Detective Joad?
No, I'm afraid I don't see.
I told Detective Joad about it. Told him about Yawn. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place.
That's very strange indeed. Junkyard on the edge of town. I've never even heard of the place. What's more, I've never told a soul about the contraption.
You haven't?
Little pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Yeah, that makes the soup look pretty suspicious. Temzik. Detective Joad, you must have heard this name before. Temzik. Meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there.
So you found out about that, did you?
I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life.
That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day.
I am under the suspicion that if the meteorite that got lodged into that guy's back, it killed him, but it also gave him really powerful spiritual powers. And he's either Ray, and his ghost trick is that he can manipulate things and he can stay alive for a long period of time, or it's in some other ghost that we don't know about yet.
I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day.
But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, didn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away?
What are you talking about?
Detective Joad, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you.
What? But it was the meteorite!
I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer.
That's not true! You were trying to save me!
Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it.
Huh?
The truth about 10 years ago.
That day, 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place.
Another place?
Yes, the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. The suspect was being questioned. Escaped.
Wow. I didn't know about that.
I happened to be there in that detective mission, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park.
Hold it right there.
I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was young and green. I was a young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. Panic got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault.
Detective Joad.
All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry.
So the man who grabbed me died that day.
These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces, all the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. And tonight, I finished my last portrait, The final face I wanted to remember.
Yeah, you can see that there's nothing on that picture. In like the half second where he turned.
The final face. The face of the man in the park that day.
Wait, just one moment. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was my face! Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time?
That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole. The man who was pronounced dead at the scene.
But hold on, Detective Jode. That can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me.
By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Sissel.
What?
From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy?
I...
Mr. Minister,
Inspector Cabanela, where are you?
just be quiet and listen. This is our demand.
What? Demand?
Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage.
What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanela? You know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted.
Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately, and wait for our call.
There's more to it than that. I think there's something else going on here.
What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever.
What in the world? What's going on? Inspector Cabanela!
The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanela's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing than when I started. New illustration. Clear chapter 14. Obtain a new song. Save your current data in place and time. Save and continue. Yep. Chapter 15, 2:55 a.m. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town and was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line is like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Huh? I see myself. There you are, Commander Sith. Finally.
Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you.
A little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. About your people. They sure went out of their way to mess me up.
I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain?
We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel.
Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn.
Yes. We're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man.
Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. We just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. Yes, we're very close.
We'll now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well.
Oh shit, they were in a submarine the whole time. Holy shit. Nice try, Inspector Cabanela. But you could never stop me. See ya, sucker. Trick time. So, submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? If that's the case. They probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyway, there's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I better talk to him. But there's something else I want to do first. I need to go to the junkyard and see if my body is still there. The game thought of me doing this. Hey, why so quiet? Ray? What's going on? Maybe he isn't here anymore? Well, I can say one thing for sure. I'm not here either. So I guess my body's been removed. Ray's moved on. Alright, let's go help Mr. Cabanela. Excuse me, Inspector Cabanela. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Boy, still unconscious, huh? Guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But that's where I'm gonna find my answers. Can't run away from it. "2:50 a.m.
Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call.
That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it feel like? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive?
Why are you doing this?
Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Wait a minute. Is this the guy who died and he's possessing my body and piloting it like it's his own? That's the running theory right now.
Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that?
Wrong! I was murdered by all of you! didn't feel pain. So yeah. That's a dead body. That's a corpse being piloted by a ghost. Detective Joad, who chased me down and forced me into a corner, even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was running there right there where I was running.
Lynn? She was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard.
And finally you, Inspector Cabanela.
Me?
If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. My case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth. Me and Detective Joe. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are.
I got nothing to say to you. You never listen anyway.
I am 100% right.
Ye gods!
Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temzik. Oh yeah. He's a ghost, and he's manipulating my body.
Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey, man! Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanela, he's awake. My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanela character who just got shot is me?
That's right.
And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me?
I guess so.
But you couldn't be, could you?
Huh?
After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you?
Guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need.
So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because that's a very important life. There's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby. So are you a manipulator too?
I have ghost tricks. Powers the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures.
Anywho, I think you'd better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours.
Huh?
If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky.
Right. I better be careful. Look at it. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? Top of this bookshelf is lined with books. This one on top is balanced so precariously, it's a wonder it doesn't fall off. How did the old pigeon guy ever reach up here? I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him. it's gone now. Wait, no. I mean, Sissel had a thought. There it is.
Hey, I'm gonna die all over again, man!
But what can I do when he's right there watching?
Well, nothing's just gonna get solved just standing around. When in doubt, just keep moving. That's my secret.
Yeah, I noticed you just keep moving quite a bit. I'll just try going everywhere I can and look for a path. I have an idea. Because an execution would be quite a relief to you. Give me the. Let me trick. Shit. Looks like it's gonna be hard to save you under these circumstances.
As long as Sunglasses is watching, you mean? Well, maybe it's time to stop and smell the roses. And take a look around, baby.
Smooth talker, I'm a smooth talker, but he's right. Maybe I need a change of scenery. Guess I better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up any other clues. Change of scenery, huh? But nobody calls the phone or, like, gives me the ability to leave. Alright, so what if I just move this? What happens? What does he do? What's going on? Never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? You sense my presence. I noticed you. You think you could stop me, do you? You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything.
Damn it!
Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot! Damn. So if he notices you, this other me knows the powers of the dead well.
Who wouldn't notice that what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby!"
Looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances, because I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. I have an idea. Maybe it involves going down to the basement. Maybe that'll help me. Because if he notices me, he instantly kills me. He instantly kills Cabanela. Alright, now I can get down to the basement. Yo. Look at this place. What in the world happened here? It's like a bomb went off.
I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death lying hidden here.
What? Another death?
Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I tell you there was a very important life, valuable to the nation here?
I thought you were talking about you.
I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby.
It was the pigeon. Hey, come to think of it, where's that old pigeon guy? Oh, perfect. Measuring device. Another measuring device. This is some kind of device.
Very astute observation.
Sorry, my memory isn't working.
Yeah, mine isn't working too well right now either. I do remember seeing somebody use this equipment though.
Ah, there he is.
Whoop.
Excuse me. Are you awake?
Of course. I never sleep during work hours.
Professor! Do you recognize me?
There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of.
He hasn't lost his memory.
I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind. Cabanela, this is quite a surprising guest you brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place.
Are you talking about me?
Oh, this is a different guy. And I'm his guest actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back.
Pitiful.
Ouch! That hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is.
But are we already in the past, man?
But we can go back even further. I've done it before. Still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela. If we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Run it back! Mains building basement, 2:42 a.m.
How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous.
Don't be damned. I can't leave now. He's completely dead. Just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it,
The meteorite.
He's not dead, he's just not there! The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit!
ridiculous.
So you figured it all out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela.
So it's really true. You're...
I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body's just a vessel, a shell. I control everything. The shell, people, just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn.
So it's true. You were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that?
To create conclusive evidence. You know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer, just like Joe did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you.
Oh yeah? So why don't you let me live then?
I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. But before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. Just shoot his little arrow this way.
Professor, look out!
Dynamite, huh? When the devil did he put that there?
He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear.
His corpse disappeared? That medical examiner.
The medical examiner. Remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby.
You saw through their plan, huh?
I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off.
Bought him off.
I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead.
Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn.
And I'm gonna follow him. And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. Something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. If that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here?
No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past.
Run it back even further. Trick time.
All right, man. Jump in there and stop that explosion, would you?
Easy enough for you to say.
Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, it'll just do me in some other way.
Fair enough. Then jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you?
I repeat. Easy enough for you to say.
Most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye.
Well, what do you propose then? Prof? Pray tell.
Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing.
Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what is with all these people? Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Help him. Oh! So just drop this. It's no use, I can't open it.
Did the fact the professor's standing on it have anything to do with it?
I may look small, but I'm pretty heavyset.
I sound so proud of that fact, too.
This door. Such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard. Wouldn't you agree, Professor?
Yeah, that's why we're both dead.
Door that opens downward, huh? That's a pink rat. What in the world is this thing?
This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Temsix radiation, it responds.
Got that, kid? Isn't it a lovely thing?
I guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much.
What a sorry pair.
Too bad it doesn't open downward. I'm guessing I just need to wait and just time it correctly. Just open this door. I still can't open it.
As you perhaps have already noticed, time is running out, baby.
Yeah, no perhaps about it, I know. But you know, There aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here.
Well, it looks like it's all over.
Unless I find another path, I'm sort of at a deadlock here. Sissel. Hey, I know that voice. Help me. Where are you? Find me before I'm carried away.
Hmm? What's with that frail-sounding call for help?
He's here somewhere.
A friend of yours?
Yep, a little guy that looks a little fragile, but has strength that would surprise you.
Well, he's asking you to find him.
And before he's carried away, no less.
I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him? Stop this toy from spinning, I can halt the contraption. It won't really solve anything.
There's a smart boy. If you stop the explosion, he'll just find another way to get me. It would probably give away the fact that you're here, too.
I have to rescue without stopping the explosion. Is that even possible?
That's what has to be done. Deal with it.
Sissel. Here he is again. Farewell.
Sounds like your little pal just was carried away.
Where was he?
Maybe you should have tried to find him somehow.
Maybe you should have looked around, you know, from corner to corner, baby.
Now what? Maybe we should start over? Wait a minute. No, it wasn't the rats. Damn. Carried away. There's not a lot to go off of. Not seeing anything. Carried away. Find me before I'm carried away. I can't go very far, so there's not really much I can do. Can't possess Sissel or wait. What?
Cecil! Here I am!
Oh, hey, it's...
Missile!
What are you doing there?
You really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there?
No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out?
Of course! Here, let me come join you. Okay, here I am, Sissel.
Now maybe things will flow in a new direction.
Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky.
Fate changed.
Okay, let's stop that explosion.
No, we can't do that.
Okay, let's take care of the man in red then.
No, we can't do that either.
We can't do this, we can't do that. What can we do?
We let the explosion happen. Then, we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. Your power is the key to all of it, Missile.
I don't know about that, but I'll do my best.
We're talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. Alright, Missile, let's see what we can do. Yep. Oh, I see. Hang on. Maybe...
Damn it.
Ball, lamp, telephone. Anything here Missile's able to swap? Oh, wait. Can I swap this ball with this? Nope, can't reach the tire. The squeaky guys are making a fuss about something.
Sissel, my animal instincts are starting to surface.
You mean you want to chase them? I think you have to be alive to do that. There's some kind of rat piece in that trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. Bigger commotion, huh? Trash can lid. Magazines. What's this thing? Old newspapers.
Now that's what I'd call some proper commotion.
They're making that trash can dance.
Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing now myself.
It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back.
What a dangerous bunch. Aha! Now that it is oriented in such a way, I can swap things around. And now that it is oriented in a completely different way, I can swap these around.
You remember how to use my powers?
Oh, fuck.
Well, to be precise, I can swap things that look like they have the same shape.
What's the difference?
As I was being carried by the wind and falling into the river, I realized something. If you look at things from a different angle, it looks different.
No, that's a pretty good point. For a little dog, you came in with sewage. Ah, nope. This'll move. Swap!
Look out!
Aha! Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you.
I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones.
I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually.
Damn you!
He's alive!
Can't believe it. Blood actually pulled it off.
Sorry, Inspector Cabanella. Couldn't do anything to help you.
And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoy the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby.
Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without trace here.
Did the phone book. Fate averted.
What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't.
I was just remembering the fact that right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright.
Oh, that phone call. Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Excuse me, mister.
Huh?
You really shouldn't be mean like that.
It was this lively little creature.
Oh, this little doggy is the warrior who keeps Camila safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life.
Camila. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing! That poor little girl taken hostage!
The cruel twist of fate indeed.
Wait just a minute. Miss Camila is a hostage?
Yes, we're sorry, little warrior.
Miss Camila? A hostage? What's a hostage?
Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now.
But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Sissel?
That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camila, okay?
Okay, let's hurry up and get through this.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought.
All right, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella's upstairs, so our first step is to get up there.
Sissel, I'll go up first and wait for you.
Okay, Lovey Dove. We need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it.
All right, actually, I want to take a moment to read through our phone book. Me, the mystery. I lost my life at a lonely spot on the outskirts of town. I don't know who I am. The man I pursued, thinking he was me, took Lynn hostage in the park 10 years ago and was hit by a meteorite and killed. Red-headed target, a detective who was at the scene of my death. Her name's Lynn. She's apparently manipulated into shooting me by the ghost of the man who lost his life while trying to hold her hostage 10 years ago. The little lady. She's Detective Jode's daughter. Her name is Camila. Apparently, she believes her mother's death was caused by the contraption she created. Kidnapped because she was mistaken for the Justice Minister's daughter. Her current whereabouts are unknown. Valiant Pet. A friendly little Pomeranian. His name is Missile. Thinking he needs his powers to protect the little lady, he chose not to be brought back to life. He was blown away on the wind, but I met up with him again when he came floating along in the sewer. Perfumed Lady. Lynn's neighbor. Her name is Emma. I don't remember when I heard her name, but apparently her name is Emma. In protest of her Justice Minister husband's execution order, she moved out with her daughter. She's made up with her husband, but is apparently doomed to dangle from the chandelier tonight. Feverish Firecracker, the daughter of the woman in purple. Her name's Amelie. With peace restored to her family, and after finally being able to call her father, she's now sleeping soundly. Maybe she's worn out by all the drama. Careworn Gentleman, a justice minister who sits agonizing in his stately office. 1 month ago, he was physically manipulated into ordering the death row convict's execution. Not wanting this to get out, he's since been in constant anguish. He decided to halt the execution. Odd Blue Doctor, a phony medical examiner. He was working with the man in red. His plan was to steal the corpse from the site, but Inspector Cabanella saw through his plot and bribed him to bring the body to the junkyard's maintenance building instead. Lanky and loose lawman, the head of the Special Investigation Unit. His name's Cabanella. In order to find out with the Junkyard Super's help, the source of the manipulator's powers, he had the Man in Red's corpse brought to the Junkyard's maintenance building basement. Detective with the cap. He works under Inspector Cabanela. Apparently his name is Detective Ringe. After hearing Lynn's story at the restaurant, he takes on the task of looking for the little lady. Guardian of the park. A man who protects the park. 10 years ago, he witnessed Lynn being saved by a falling meteorite. Now, to protect the Rock of the Gods that performed this miracle, he lobbies to stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Pigeon Man. The superintendent of the junkyard, working with the Inspector Cabanela to find the source of the manipulator's powers. He was examining the Man in Red's corpse. That fact was what made him a target to be killed. Jovial Tenor. The chef of at the chicken kitchen. He appears to be in the middle of a delivery, but he's busy singing in his rich tenor voice while swinging away on the park swing. Navy Blue Square. A guard at a prison. He's no longer sitting at his desk working. In grave situations, he performs the panic dance, a dance that's been passed down his family for generations. Rock Jailbird. A rock and roller who sang national secrets during a live nationwide broadcast. Thought to have been manipulated into committing his crime, he's now being held in a top-secret research facility. Curry-loving Jailbird. An odd fellow who laid siege to the Metro Police Department and demanded curry and rice. Thought to have been manipulated into committing his crime, he's now being held in a top-secret research facility. He has a character portrait, but we never see him speak. Fated Jailbird. A detective whose execution was called off. His name is Jode. He's Camila's father. He feels responsible for having driven an escaped suspect to take Lynn as a hostage and meet his death 10 years ago. He feels his wife's death was his punishment. Cute Chicken Carrier. A police investigator who is working undercover at the chicken kitchen as a waitress. Her name is Memory. She planted a bug in the suspicious couple's chicken. She's a co-worker of the detective doing the stakeout from the park. Black-hearted Blue Man. One half of the couple that showed up to make a deal that could affect the future of the nation. When he mistook Camila for the Justice Minister's daughter and abducted her, he accidentally hit the little doggy with his motorcycle. Black-hearted Blue Woman. One half of the couple that showed up to make a deal that could affect the future of the nation. The pair kidnapped Camila. She has a strong sixth sense and can apparently sense my presence. Fastidious Glass Polisher. A composed bartender at the restaurant at the chicken kitchen, who continuously polishes glasses. It seems he doesn't notice anything beside the glass in his hand, does he? Beloved Mother. Camila's mother and Joe's wife. 5 years ago, she was shot and killed when the contraption Camila made for her birthday made an impossible move. There's a good possibility the manipulator had a hand in her death. The other me. The man I was pursuing, who I was convinced was me, his true identity is the manipulator, the spirit of a man who was killed by a meteorite fragment 10 years ago. Tonight, he was planning to get revenge on all the people who contributed to his death. A junkyard. The place where I lost my life. It appears to be a junkyard on the outskirts of town. The detectives who were investigating my case are gone, leaving behind only a quietly wriggling desk lamp. Pigeon Man's office. The office of the junkyard's maintenance building. The old Pigeon Man is nowhere to be seen. After making the threatening phone call, Inspector Cabanela lost his life here, killed by the other me. Pigeon Man's basement. The basement of the junkyard's maintenance building. A mechanical murder machine here that looked just like the one in Camila's old house was blown up by the Man in Red. Uniform Men's office. A place where the uniformed men work, called a prison. A strange tension fills the air. The phone line apparently connects to a place called the Death Chamber. Moonlit courtyard. Somewhere on the prison ground. After escaping from his cell, Detective Joe was caught here by Inspector Cabanela. There's nothing else here. The Chicken Kitchen. A restaurant that specializes in chicken. Tonight, it's also Point X, a place the police are staking out. A suspicious couple is waiting for the other party in their deal to show up. Kitchen of the Chicken Kitchen. The kitchen of the restaurant The Chicken Kitchen. The air is rather thick with smoke. There's an investigator here working undercover as a waitress. Ladies' red apartment. This is where the Justice Minister's wife went after she moved out on him. After a dramatic battle, the bonds between parent and child are strengthened. The daughter is now feeling dizzy in bed, while the lady is dangling from the ceiling. Camila's old house. The place where Camila's mother was murdered 5 years ago. The scorch marks Detective Jode hid prove that a murder machine was used in this room. Office of the Troubled Man. The Justice Minister's office. After revealing everything, the man seemed to gain a brief sense of peace, but he's destined to tear his hair out again. Special Investigation Unit, the headquarters of the police's and Special Investigation Unit. The chief is wiggling his toes as usual. Lynn, shown on the security tape, was apparently being controlled by somebody when she shot me. Park Stakeout Point. The park on Meteorite fell on 10 years ago. The man who tried to take little Lynn hostage was hit by a fragment and died. The meteorite was named Temzik, and it still lies buried near a stone monument. Thank you, Lovey Dove. Poor thing. Her strength gave out. Rest in peace.
My Lovey Dove isn't dead!
Seriously? His pigeon's name is Lovey Dove? Anyway,
There you are, Sissel.
sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the inspector will be killed by a gun.
You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you?
There you go again with that stuff.
Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way.
Wait a minute. That sounds familiar.
Yep, same situation as mine. Best bet that this time around is to allow him to shoot and save Cavernella without him noticing.
It's even worse than last time.
Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sissel. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap right trigger.
Alright. Knit hat. Photos. Kettle. Desk lamp. Phone. I have an idea. This is can't reach. And it should be convenient if it like Missile could hop into something or that Sissel's in, and then Missile could just swap the two of them and put Sissel over on the other side of the room.
Oh, did you see that? The bad Sissel turned around.
Did you have to call him that? But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks.
This is the only time he takes his eyes off me, too.
If you have to do something to do, if you have something to do it now.
Time to take the first steps towards saving the inspector. Drop this helmet, like this helmet. Wouldn't do much good, now would it? Now let's try. Yes. Fuck. He saw. Yeah, he saw me. From the start. You got crit, little pigeon? I better get up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out. Missile's waiting for me. Better hurry. Alright. Well, I need him to knock over the kettle for me to get up. Alright, wait for him to turn around. Is there anything I can do? really tight as to like what my options are. I drop this. Okay, he heard it. Is that gonna notice anything? What was that? Cecil can't reach. Move the hoist. Won't exactly do me too much good. They'll just move it off and it'll just crash down to the ground.
Yikes, I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die?
Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die when if I shot him.
Why did you go to the trouble of shooting him at all? Alright, we'll stop. That's enough chit chat. Now the situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are our chance. Now I can get to the step ladder. I can move across. I think I could do something. Alright, yeah, this is the only thing I can think of that like we can swap around. Oh. Well, shit. Because the hat doesn't look like a hat no more? Oh, it looks like the book. Aha! Now it looks like I had it. Now it looks like the hat again. Now I have to somehow finagle this in like high speed. What? But I did it. Come on, missile. You can do it. You can do it, little buddy. It's just gonna take a lot of very specific finagling. See, I did it, and it didn't work. Fuck.
Oh, would you look at that? Right on the hook.
I love knit hats. So warm and most of all soft.
Okay, now that I'm looking at it, the hat's the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Aha! Thought so. Yes, I am aware. I am trying to connect the hat. Like, I've done it several times now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Dial, I can swivel this. Turn on the desk lamp. Maybe I just can't do it yet until it's like Like, he has to still get shot. But, like, what help would it do to put the helmet back to where it was? Like, I am struggling. Missile, why? He's going to shoot. It's too late. Again? I'm getting shot again? No, wait. Our chance is coming up.
The last split second, right? Leave it to me.
Would you look at that? Bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead.
Now's our chance. I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else.
What? It's our only hope. There's gotta be something else here with the same shape and direction as the bullet. What? I guess, yeah. You know what? Sure, that actually is correct.
I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act.
And now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm. Most of all, soft.
Did I do all right?
You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life.
And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over.
Cleared the red light, green light challenge. Avert fate without any deaths after the final fate change.
What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for.
All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor?
So you two were working together?
That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would have believed a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us.
I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all.
Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camila.
You're right, Missile. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanella, the man in red left. Now, a new story is about to unfold in a new present.
How are you feeling, you old crazy character?
Hey there, Prof. We're both alive. I see. Both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
You're right. Like I'm going to believe that. So what? The guy's gone, right?
Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray those boys came through for us.
Yeah, his bones are still broken.
Damn it! You picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine!
Well, looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, I can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. Better talk to them.
If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, babe. That way, I would have been dancing after Big Red by now.
Might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. really, you shouldn't talk that way.
Yeah, sorry. I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there, within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight. And then this had to happen.
I guess he's talking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. You still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him.
Say, you're right. It's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost.
Revenge. The guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago.
He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame.
What about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you! Detective Jode, who forced me into a corner. Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park. And finally, you, Inspector Cabanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid.
Yeah. 10 years ago on that day, a special investigation unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes.
Detective, Detective, I'll telling you. I don't know anything about it.
Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. Then I made another mistake on top of that.
Cabanella, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report.
Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now.
And that's when I did it.
And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun.
How could you?
He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If he hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place.
You stupid fucker. Of all things to leave in the interrogation room, you leave your fucking gun? Wow. Manipulator.
We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication.
Overseas communication?
For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications network. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about it.
I'm sneeze. No goodness. Ugh. I'm allergic to ghosts.
That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast. And the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office.
It's 2 inmates of the special prison, huh?
We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then, finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant. Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving the country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal.
Submarine?
But we haven't been able to find out if where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers would have fallen into their hands.
right. Highly unlikely they'd use it for peaceful purposes.
And now, they have that little girl as a hostage. Camila. We have to stop him before he leaves the country.
Spotless record. This spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you?
Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life.
Your life, huh?
After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the special investigation unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case.
Huh? The manipulator case? That's why you cared so much about your record?
Of course! Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Joe shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story, some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's going to prove that Joe is innocent.
What incredible determination. Cabanella's determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. You were so determined to help Detective Joe. Why didn't you help him escape from prison?
That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison's a crime.
What?
I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby.
So that's it, huh? There's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions.
Ha! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around. Give it time. There are more important things to do with our time tonight.
Mr. Superintendent, you mind if I talk to you for a minute?
I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent. I used to be part of the police.
Police, huh?
Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' causes of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse.
An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more?
Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity too.
Unusual corpse.
That's the only way I can describe it too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right. No question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him.
Not a scratch, but I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment.
Don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
The scalpel went in, but it wouldn't cut. I couldn't cut it. The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. No scarring or blood either.
So that body is borderline invincible.
And I never had the chance to solve the mystery.
That's because the corpse up and vanished on us.
The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared.
What's that? Got up and left?
got up, opened the door, walked out on its own.
What?
He was dead, but he wasn't dead.
We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him.
And he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. Lou left behind.
The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body.
Radiation.
I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown.
The meteorite fragment that was lodged in us, I guess, merged with us? Because we had the same, like, radiation pulse coming off of us that was coming off of the meteorite. So, yeah, I have a weird body. Wait a minute. Could it be...
That's right. It was coming from that meteorite fragment.
Wait, so maybe I'm not even Sissel. Like, we've seen before that ghosts can take multiple different forms, so maybe who I am, the form I've taken, this blonde guy in the red suit, maybe that's not even Sissel. Like, not even, like, the player character's real form. That's just who we saw first, and we just assumed it was us.
Went to the park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die, but only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case, thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush?
Cabanella's arrival.
It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Timzik. Is that you, baby?
Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball?
I was investigating the manipulator case then. And then I heard there was a man who quit the police, forced to study the meteorite. The police forced to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this.
The source of my power is not of this world.
And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator came, and the manipulator case and Timzik were somehow connected.
Which also explains how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother.
He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camila.
That would explain it.
Son, with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce, no matter how hard I tried.
Mila told Jode it did something it shouldn't have made it. Bleh. Mila told Jode it did something it shouldn't have. Made an impossible move.
I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun would fire.
So that would mean somebody manipulated Camila's contraption.
As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed.
Lynn!
Inspector Cabanella! Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hate to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to.
Is that really the image she had of him?
Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jode. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw 'em in the slammer.
Yikes.
Tonight, I really thought we finally had him, but my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke.
But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh.
Jode! The minister called out the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jode go free until tomorrow morning, too.
That's a pretty extreme while he was at it.
Sorry, it took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me.
There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around, and then you swoop in at the last second.
Jode. Oh, that was Jode's coat the entire time. Okay.
5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Jode. Waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me then. Okay, I'm off then.
Good luck, my old friend.
This present you gave me, it's just what I needed. Thank you.
Glad you like it. Sissel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me?
Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do? Please?
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'm counting on you.
It's true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. All right, I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanella.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now, I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. Obtained a new illustration. Cleared chapter 15. New background. It's just a black screen. New background. Oh, okay. No, it's that kind of background. Okay. New song. New song. New illustration. New illustration. Save your data in current place and time. Yep. Save complete. Continue playing? No. We're at time. So, that's going to be it for Ghost Trick Phantom Detective for tonight. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.